Hey, wait, y'all can hate Canelo Alvarez all y'all want for not fighting David Benavidez, but I'm happy for David Benavidez because David Benavidez is carving his own legacy. As we all know, reported, David Benavidez is going to be fighting David Morrell, I believe, January 25th. That's awesome. That's awesome. Think about the last 4 fights of David Benavidez. You had the Caden Plant, you had the Demetrius Andre, you had the Alexander moving up in the 175-pound division, and now you got David Morrell, a guy that a lot of people say that he was the boogeyman in the 168-pound division, outside of David Benavidez being the boogeyman in the 168-pound division. They moved up, and they're about to get it on. You know what I'm saying? No belt on the line, but pride, great fight, valuable fight, a great fight for the resume. Yo, this is a risk that both these guys are taking. So y'all can stay stuck on David Benavidez not fighting Canelo Alvarez. Y'all want to see that fight? Yeah, at the end of the day, y'all got to stop shrinking the sport. There's still great fights out there in the sport of boxing. And I think that this is the boxing fans has to come to grips with. There is a lot of great matchups in the sport of boxing. Not every fight is going to be Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. Not every fight is going to be mega. But there's a lot of fight in the sport of boxing in each respective division. You know what I'm saying? Think about the 154-pound division. Mix them up. Yo, Errol Spence versus Fundora. Fundora versus Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford versus Erickson Lubin. Bud Crawford versus Jamel Charlo. Jamel Charlo versus Fundora. Jamel Charlo versus Tim Tszyu. Bud Crawford versus Tim Tszyu. Virgil Ortiz versus Bud. Virgil Ortiz versus Spence. Virgil Ortiz versus Fundora. Virgil Ortiz versus Tim Tszyu. You know what I'm saying? And you mix the Josh Kelly of the world. You mix the Conor Benz of the world. You mix the Erickson Lubin and things of that nature. You feel me? There's some great. Hey, Teofimo Lopez won Bud Crawford. He could move up to the 154-pound division and get Bud Crawford. There's a lot of people have been talking about that. A lot of people talking about that fight throughout the weeks and days. There is a lot of great fights. You feel me? In the lightweight division. But Tank Davis versus Shakur versus Loma versus Tank. You feel me? Cepeda versus Shakur, Cepeda versus Tank. You feel me? Keyshawn Davis in the mix, Kid Austin in the mix. You feel me? Murataya on the mix. In the 140-pound division, the same thing as well. You feel me? In the 168-pound division as well. Outside of Canelo Alvarez, Demetrius Andre versus Berlanga. Jaime Munguia versus Berlanga. Jaime Munguia versus Andre. Andre versus Plant. Andre versus Charlo. Charlo versus Plant. That doesn't mean that because Canelo Alvarez is not in the mix, it's not a great fight. We got a great undisputed match bout coming this weekend with October Turbia versus Dimitri Bivol, one of the most anticipating fights in the sport of boxing. And then in the same division, you got David Morrell versus David Benavidez. This is great. Ladies and gentlemen, let's stop shrinking our sport. I think that the boxing fans has got in the habit of shrinking our sport and just thinking about what Tank's going to do, what Canelo going to do. You know what I'm saying? But Crawford there's a lot of great fights, a lot of potential fights in which each of these fighters in the top or, relevant names could enhance their legacy with the belt or without the belt. Bam Rodriguez moving up. I would like to see Bam Rodriguez move up there to be great and fight Naoya Inoue. How about that? You feel it? Naoya Inoue is a 4th division world champion, 2 division undisputed. He's been carving his own legacy and moving on up. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody going to have the opportunity to get a Canelo Alvarez, just like Canelo Alvarez got the opportunity to fight a Mayweather, a legend in his own right, Shane Mosley, Miguel Cotto. You know what I'm saying? These type of cemented legends have left the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? So you don't got to be mad at Canelo Alvarez not fighting David Benavidez. You should just pay attention more for David Benavidez because now he got probably more to offer his legacy because Canelo Alvarez, if you think about it, has ran out of opponents. He already got a cemented legacy. He's already going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. How about we focus on the guys that needs to get to the level of Canelo Alvarez without Canelo Alvarez? Canelo Alvarez, whether he fight David Benavidez or not, he's going to the Hall of Fame. Well, we're going to get mad after everything that Canelo Alvarez has done, being a 4th division world champion, super middleweight, undisputed, with the best resume of this era. He already dared to be great. His dare to be great was Triple G. You know what I'm saying? There's always going to be this young, hungry line to want to fight the top dog. That doesn't mean we're going to be like, oh, the top dog don't fight this guy. That's it. We take all his legacy away. Nah, this is great for David Benavidez. David Benavidez is not sitting around waiting on Canelo Alvarez, and that's the great thing about it. Before, we used to argue that everybody's just sitting around waiting for the Willy Wonka ticket, for the charity case ticket. You feel me? But David Benavidez is not doing that. David Benavidez fought Demise Andre. Demise Andre fought David Benavidez, right? When Canelo Alvarez said these guys need to fight each other, they did, and they're doing it. Caleb Plant had a great outing. You know what I'm saying? Edgar Berlanga, his stock didn't drop. Jaime Munguia got right back into his horse and get a TKO victory. Ladies and gentlemen, there's more to offer in the sport of boxing. Stop paying attention too much to what Canelo Alvarez needs to offer these guys and what these guys need to offer themselves and the sport of boxing. Congratulations, David Morrell and David Benavidez. May the best man win. What you think about it? Y'all already know that y'all now tuning into Punch Drunk Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself, El Adobo, El Sazón, El Borracho, El Pastor de Boxeo. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. The best investment you can make in your life is have God in your heart. Y'all already know God first, everything second. Fight plus survive equals true champions. Love y'all. God bless, and on to the next.